Good morning, Boerne. Thank you for tuning in to Boerne Radio 103.9 FM here in Boerne, Texas. My name is Jeff Flinn. I'm the managing editor at the Boerne Star. We collaborate with the award-winning Baron Wiley and the award-winning Roland Reese to bring you the Boerne Brew every Saturday morning. Sports editor Kerry Barboza and I switch off weeks. He'll have another sports person next week, but I've got some special things. I'm going to go through a couple things first. This is June 6th. We want to take our hats off to every veteran that's out there today and remember those who took part in the Normandy invasion in June 6, 1944, turned the war within a year. Adolf Hitler was history, and that was the shining moment in World War II. It turned things around and put the U.S. where we are today. So hats off to all our veterans, especially those who may be still with us, who served in that light. A couple birthdays today. I only regret that I have but one life to give for my country. Nathan Hale, born in 1775, was a key figure in the Revolutionary War. He died during the Revolution at the age of 21. 21 years old. You think of revolutionary people as being 30s and 40s. No, he was 21. That's what the Revolution meant to people back then, folks. 1867, the birthday of David Abercrombie, parent Abercrombie and Fitch. Okay, yeah, 1867. His birthday was today. Bjorn Borg, the Wimbledon master from tennis, 1956. Bjorn Borg was born. I hated Bjorn during that time. When you hate somebody in sports and then you get to like them, then you appreciate later, you appreciate what they did. That was Bjorn. That was Bjorn Borg. 1961, the birth of cowboy legend Bill Bates. If you know the Cowboys, Bill Bates is high on your priority list of people to appreciate. I'm going to stop right there because that's about my birthday. I don't want to talk about anybody born as I was living. So we got a couple people here that are. Next, it's 2 weekends from now. It's a weekend of, well, I'm going to start with the Friday, June 19th. Is that correct? Friday, June 19th, 6 p.m. That's the time, date. Write it down, folks. That's the time and date to be at the Main Plaza for the first ever Das Festival of Kendall Queen coronation, Queen ceremony. And I have three young ladies here. I've got Trinity Wangen. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that last names. I just got in newspaper. You got to spell it right. Welcome in, Trinity. Natalie Stewart. Say hi, Natalie.
Hi.
There you go. So hear that little voice? That's not mine. That's Natalie. And then to my left is the youngest of them, Rayne. Rayne Robertson. Say hi.
Hi.
There you go. You're the first. You're the first. You will always be the first. Always. This is 2026 and 2076. You will still be the first. Look at their eyes. It's like 2076. You're all queens in your age level already. We got one of our Das Festival of Kendall people here. She's going to come and talk to us here. And I'm introducing her as your name for us.
Yvonne Faldyn.
There we go, Yvonne. Hey, thanks for doing this. Talk about the queen candidates and queen separation, how we have it set up.
We have 3 different age levels.
There you go.
We have a high school, a junior high, and an elementary age level. So we have 3 contestants, so 1 in each level. So each one of them will be our first ever queen for their age division.
There you go. 3 queens already. When I walked in, they were all in the hallway, and I said, look, we're surrounded by queens. They're all queens. Well, congratulations, Rayne. Trinity, thank you. Congratulations, Natalie. What's it like to be a queen, Trinity?
It's very surreal being the first.
Right.
So that's really cool. And getting to pass the crown on next year will be something that I look forward to from here on out.
Right. And how about you, Natalie? Tell me about being a queen.
It would be fun.
It'll be fun? How about you, Rayne? You looking forward to it? You're 8 years old. You could be a queen for another 10 years. Right? Beautiful blue eyes. Have you ever ridden on a float before? Have you ever ridden on a float in a parade? Yeah, you have? Have you all have, really? I've never done that. I need to do that sometime. I've walked in a parade, but I've never ridden in a float. I walked as a hear you guy for 3.5 miles in a parade. So that was different. I didn't walk for a day or two after that. So, but the parade will be the 20th, the next day. Trinity, what is it that you thought when you heard this? You said, I want to be a queen. I want to do that. Mom, how do I sign up for that? How do I do that?
Well, it's actually my mom who encouraged me to sign up.
Okay, good.
But I was a little nervous at first because I'm in cheer.
Oh.
So having to go through tryouts a little bit before this, like you just have all the nerves of like the competition. But then when we got here and we all kind of automatically became queens, it was pretty funny, but also sweet that we get to be like the first who influences the next.
But so you're in cheer. You're out there all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done that. You've been there, done that. You're out there performing. Is it cheer while you're like cheerleading, or cheer like when you sit in the pom-poms and then do the dancing at the halftime? What group are you in?
It's like I'm on the sidelines and then we have a halftime show, but both.
Yep. My daughter was in cheer at Judson. I live in Converse. She was in cheer at Judson. There's a group that goes out and performs in the tights and the outfits. Then they come out with their pom-poms and do their routine too. Sorry, Kayla, I can't remember the name of your program. Natalie, talk to me about being the middle school queen.
Well, I think it's fun and also exciting because I've never really like done a sport. The only sport that I did do is soccer, and they put me in the wrong grade. So it's fun because now I'm actually in something that I can spend time with.
Right.
Not having to like just sit at home watching TV all day, and that I can actually be practicing for something.
Well, it's funny. She said stay at home watching TV all day instead of staying home on my phone all day. Good girl. Those of my age can relate to staying home and being on the TV all day. Rayne, how about you? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about being a queen that you think is so neat?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know? You got a pretty smile. Is that part of it? Smile and wave? I had a girlfriend once who was at Kings Island, and she was on the back of the train. That was her job all summer, was rode around the train for 3 months, and she did this. She waved on the back of the train. Yeah, see? She has the wave down. You're at Fabra, correct? Mm-hmm. Does everybody at Fabra know you're going to be a queen? No, you didn't tell anybody?
Mm-mm.
Who have you told?
No one.
You haven't told any of your friends?
No.
You have a sleepover this weekend? Tell your friends?
No.
You don't want to have a sleepover? I'm pushing for you. You can have friends over, right? Right? Yeah, Mom said yes.
No.
Who would you invite? If you had a sleepover tonight, who would you invite? Who are your best friends? We're going to give a shout out to your best friends. Go ahead.
Cora.
Cora.
Gemma.
Uh-huh. And who else? One more.
Sadie.
Sadie. Those three young ladies better be on the sidelines waving at the parade when you go on the parade Saturday the 20th, the Das Festival of Kendall annual parade. Michael Etheridge heads that up for you if you need to get in the parade. It's open entry until Friday evening, I believe. Go to dasfestival.org, I think is that correct? dasfestival.org. If it's not, just go to your URL, type in Das Festival of Kendall, and it's going to pop up. And you go in there and you enter to be in the parade. We have the first ever queens of the Das Festival of Kendall coming up. Right here's the big old chart. Friday is 5 to midnight. The Das Pageant, there we are, 6 p.m. What do you three know about Das Festival? What do you know, Trinity?
That's a great question. So I actually am still doing research about it, so I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. Well, on Saturday, the big thing about you girls, they should have you in there when they do this. They have dachshund races. The dachshunds, they have little dachshunds, short little spunky little thing. Go, and they take off running. Funny thing to watch.
We get to be the judges of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to be in there. It was hot last year in that tent. It was hot. They bring in some fans. Hopefully they'll air it out a little bit and give you guys some room. What kind of dog do you have at home? What are their names?
Bo and Riley.
Bo and Riley? Natalie, have you told anybody at middle school you're a queen? No? If I did the same thing with you, you have a party tonight, you're going to have a sleepover, who are you inviting?
My best friend Rachel, my friend Charlie, and my other friend Maddie.
Okay, so those three right there. See, we're calling these people out. And your friends are going to be your supporters. So they're going to have to show up that Friday, see you get coronated or crowned or whatever the proper phrase is, just so you can get your crown that night. Trinity, give me some folks you're going to shout out to at high school there.
My best friend Layla and my boyfriend Connor.
Okay, there we go. See? Natalie, boyfriend? Oh, not yet. We'll wait on that a couple years, right? So, hey, folks, Jeff Flynn from the Boerne Star. We're here at the Boerne Brew. Thanks for tuning in this morning. We've got 3 young ladies here. They're queens. Queens for the year, not queens for a day, queens for the year. The Das Festival, I think this is third year. This is third year for its revamping of the Burgess Fest. Back in the day, there was a gap of a few years, and some active people here. 2 I know right offhand, Veronica Brown and Michael Etheridge, were key of a group of 6 to 10. It's grown a little bit each year. Now there's probably 20 people who are helping make the thing happen. They said, hey, we need to reinvent the wheel. We need to get this back in place. And so Das Festival came back 2 years ago out at random, and then last year it came down to the plaza. So this is year 3 of its reincarnation. Key things are they'll have the stein holding. Oh, I got to do that for like 30 seconds, and that was it. I got to hold up and said, nope, that's it for me. Stein holding competition. They have a big German glass and they fill it with beer. You could fill it with anything. They could fill it with Kool-Aid if they wanted to. And they hold that thing up there, stein holding, that you have to hold it out there. It gets heavy real quick. The sack races, watermelon eating contest, dachshund, wheelbarrow races, egg toss. It's like a returning to our roots, returning to things that I'm 66. That's the kind of stuff we did when I was a kid. You know, that wheelbarrow races, the 3-legged races, you tie your leg together. I was always bad at that. We always ended up in the ground, on the grass. So, but these are queens. These were our first round of queens. I've got 3 of them here. I've got Rayne Robertson. She's our elementary school queen. I've got Natalie Stewart. She's our middle school queen. I've got Trinity Wangen, our high school queen. Trinity, tell me a little bit about getting involved in things. You stepped out of your comfort zone. You stepped out of your box. You've done that before. You're in cheer. Tell me about being willing to step forward and be part of something that you weren't first.
I think the most important thing about stepping out of your comfort zone is knowing that you've been there before, and so you can do it again. And so I was in the athletic training program for my school. Mm-hmm. So I know I stepped out of my comfort zone with that to learn new things and meet new people. And then the same thing with cheer, and now this pageant. I think it's just eye-opening how many opportunities, when you actually take them, work out. So I just look forward to all of the new experiences and meeting the new people and getting to just, I don't know.
Yeah, just be out there.
Be out there.
Because you're going to be out there Friday night, you'll be out there Saturday during the parade. You'll be out there all the time.
Yeah.
You know, that happens when the Kendall County Fair has their queens. Those queens, they get crowned on a Thursday night. It seems like they're 24/7. They never sleep the whole weekend. Yeah. When parents say they never sleep, that's an exaggeration. You'll probably get 4 or 5 hours, okay? 4 or 5 good hours. That was Natalie Stewart that gave me the face like, no sleep. Natalie, tell me about becoming a queen. You think of queens. Who are some queens we think of?
Queen Elizabeth.
There you go. Talk about Queen Natalie.
I've never been one before.
In 10 years, you've never been a queen? Yeah, you're a queen now. Congratulations. When you think of what you're going to be doing, you're going to represent Das Festival. Tell me about that.
I feel like it would be really fun to represent Das Festival because it's like the 3rd year, and since we're the first, maybe more people will want to do it next year.
Right.
After hearing how fun it was. And
Yep. Just like the Das Festival crew, the people that put it together. Das Festival started in 2024, the one that went to random, and there were probably 8 or 10 or 12 directors. Now, you know, the directorship have grown every year because people saw how popular it was, and they wanted to help be a part of it, help plan it, and it grows every year. You know, in 4 or 5 years from now, there could be 30 queen candidates. You don't know. We can't tell the future. If we did, I would tell you exactly how many queens are going to be, but I don't know. So you're right, Natalie. It's the first time, and you'll be the first one doing that. Rayne, who's your favorite musician?
Swift.
There you go, Taylor Swift. Well, Rayne, if you're your queen, what do you think's neat about being a queen? What are they going to put on your head?
Crown.
A crown. You get the crown. Das Festival Kendall is a fundraiser. Mm-hmm. The funds they raise help support different organizations. I know in the past they've supported the Kendall County Women's Shelter. They've supported the Comfort Food Pantry. They've supported the Transitional House. They've supported that. So the money they raise, they go out and present the big checks. the big paper checks, and they'll probably have you guys go along with them when they do that. So you'll get to meet the people that you raise funds for, people you help in their lives. It's good to help people in their lives. It'd be nice to meet who they are. Are you ready to go out and meet new people? Because, Rayne, as a queen, you're going to meet a lot of new people. If you have to wear an outfit, what's your outfit going to look like?
A queen.
A queen. You're going to dress looks like a queen, right?
Dress.
Natalie, tell me, what would you like to wear as a queen?
Well, I know what we're going to probably have to wear. It's like, mine's going to be like blue. It's some type of German dress. I forgot what they're called.
They're called dirndls.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to wear the dirndls?
Yes.
Oh, yay. You're going to actually wear the German stuff. That's cool. I fall back to Veronica. Veronica was on the parade. She had the German outfit on. That's real cool. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning in to Boerne Radio 103.9 FM. I don't have to tell you where you are. You're here already. This is Jeff Flynn with the Boerne Star newspaper, managing editor over there. We combine with the Boerne Radio folks, Baron Wiley. I keep wanting to say Bernie Wiley. Baron Wiley and Roland Reese over here, and bring you newsmakers and people that make the news and all that kind of stuff. And today we have three queens. I'm the only... Roland, you and I are the only non-royalty in the building. I've got Trinity Wangen from Champion High School. She'll be a senior this year. She's going to be the high school level queen, in the first inaugural queen for the Das Festival of Kendall, weekend of June 19th and 21st. And I have Natalie Stewart. She'll be at Voss Middle School. She's a 10-year-old. She'll be the middle school queen. And I have Rayne Robertson. She's 8 years old. She is at Fabra Elementary. And if you have your kids at any of those schools, you might ask them, do you know Rayne? Do you know Natalie? They're going to be queens. So congratulations, all three of you. I'm sure that the queen representation in high school is a little bit different than it is in middle school or elementary. Tell us, Trinity, about getting involved. What brought you out to decide to be a queen?
My mom mostly.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably my biggest supporter and pushes me to go out and do more things. So when the opportunity came, I was kind of like hesitant at first, and I was like, no, that maybe not. But then she really pushed me and was like, this would be such a good opportunity. Just do it. Mm-hmm. And so now we're here.
You all get to ride on the float together. That'll be cool. And there's going to be 1,000 people watching you. 1,000. That's how many people line the streets. Boerne's so crazy for parades. I remember my first week here was July 4th, and I drove in July 3rd, and there was like 800 chairs set along Main Street. I'm thinking, is this the chair capital of the United States? What's the deal here? I didn't know everybody goes out and stakes out their spot the day before. I stopped at one place and I said, excuse me, what are all the chairs out here for? She says, oh, you're new? I said, yeah, I'm new. That's for the 4th of July. So, Natalie, tell me, what's the last parade you ever were at? Tell me about a parade you went to.
I don't know if it was last year or this year, but I was in one of the parades. I forgot what it's called. But we were on this like huge army thing. I forgot what that was also called. And it was for Black Rifle. So we like waved along people.
Yeah. So you've been in a parade before. Rayne, are you excited to be in a parade?
Yeah.
Yeah. You excited to be in a parade? Have you practiced your wave? Can you show me your wave? See, look, folks, right there. That's a good wave right there. It's that you cup the hand and you turn it like this. That way you don't sprain any fingers or anything like that. Yeah, Rayne's our little shy girl, but she won't be. She's one of these little girls. She's so shy in here, but I bet when she gets home, Mom nodded her head over there. Yeah, when she gets home, it's all verbiage. So, Rayne, we want to thank you for coming in and being one of our queens for the pageant. That'll be neat. And the one thing about this is Father's Day. Father's Day weekend, that's the day they picked to bring it back. Was Burgess Fest always Father's Day weekend? Was it? Okay. That's before my time. So, but Father's Day, get dads out there and wave at them and pay tribute to the dads who often sit in the background, and we kind of sit on our duffs once in a while and let Mom and the kids step forward and take all the credit. But once in a while, dads got to step out there and be dads. We got to step up and be who we are. So I'm going to have the Queen Pageant come in. She can have a few words. Yvonne, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Boerne. This is Yvonne Faldyn, director for the pageant.
Is this your first year as being a director, or were you in the previous 2 years? Or?
I've been in it for a previous year.
Okay.
Yes.
What made you step forward and say, I want to be a part of this thing?
Well, when I went to the festival at random the first year, my husband did participate in the stein holding contest. He did win on Sunday, by the way. And I thought it was a really great event, and I was very impressed with the board and how they brought it all together. And then I started reading a little bit about Burgess Fest and thought that it was just a wonderful part of Boerne and to be a part of it.
Yeah, cool. That's great. Tell me about being the director of the Queen. Did they say, hey, we need a director for our Queen pageant, and you weren't there, so they appointed you, or did you volunteer, or how did that happen?
Well, they decided that they were going to bring back the pageant because I did see pictures floating around of the previous pageant winners, and I thought it was a really cute idea. I did not grow up a pageant girl, but I had several friends that were pageant girls, and I was always, happy for them when they would win. And then they approached me about leading the pageant for this year, and I thought that it was a really great idea, and I was very honored to be able to be a part of that.
Well, that's really cool. Thank you for doing that. I mean, all these directors are all volunteers. There's no paid person, and you'd be surprised how many hours they put in getting this thing put together. The man hours are incredible for something of this magnitude, as large as it is. And you think, oh, it's just a Queen contest, but you got to get out there and you got to get the word out. You got to represent. You got to set your time frame. You got to set your goals, your standards, your rules. I mean, the regulation. There's so much to do, and then you sit back and you wait. I've got to wait for girls. Go out and beat the streets. I remember Judson ISD had a bond issue, and the superintendent at the time was going through the stands, shaking hands, introducing himself. He was brand new. Introducing himself, introducing the bond issue to people in the stands, shaking hands. That's how you got to get out there and get that word out once in a while is, hey, if I want girls to come out, I've got to go out. Tell me about recruitment.
We sent flyers to the communications departments of all the schools, including the homeschooling. And then we also walked the streets on lemonade days and on diva night. We, saw parents and we saw moms, and, we asked them, do you have kids in this certain age group? And we gave them flyers. So, yes, we worked very hard in getting the word out.
Well, it'll be so much easier next year when you have queens. These are our 3 queens.
Yes.
Yep.
So I was very excited when we got our first application. I sent an email to the board. We have our first application. Yeah. And they do each have sponsors. Okay. And so I personally want to thank the sponsors. Rayne's sponsor is Kelly Barda Real Estate.
Okay. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. Natalie's sponsor is Ironwood Events at Von Erich Ranch.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And Trinity's sponsors are Bernie Love, Double F Hunting Ranch, and Paula VM Photography.
Yay.
And L&L Health Insurance.
There we go. Hey, folks, thank you for coming up and boosting these folks like that and being sponsors. If you want to do that next year, when we have Queens next year, I expect to have to break this into segments where we have queens from one group and queens from different age groups. Because right now we're limited. So, hey, thank you, parents out there, wherever you are. Hey, folks, a weekend after next, this is Saturday the 6th, Saturday the 20th. We want you to turn the clock back one day, Friday the 19th. Join us at 6 p.m. at the Main Plaza. You can see Natalie Stewart. You can see Rayne Robertson, and you get to see Trinity Wangen do their thing as queens. Ladies, thank you very much, and congratulations. Last word, Trinity, say something for us.
Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity, and thank you for having us.
Great. Natalie? Yeah, thank you. And how about you, Rayne?
Auf Wiedersehen.
There you go. At least we got one good German word in. So thank you, ladies, for being here. Parents, thanks for bringing them down. Circle that date for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 19th, 20th, and 21st, 3rd Annual Das Festival of Kendall. Thank you very much, Bernie, for listening in. Have a great day and enjoy Saturday, June 6th. Bye-bye.